Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. So this is the third installment of my September trifecta of favorite techniques and products and also not so favorite. So this is the favorite products section of this video series. So without further ado, let's get started with the Michael Freeman Charcoal and Black Sugar Polishing Mask. Now I did a demo of this a couple months ago now. I think it was like early August, something like that, when I had a little sample pack. This is obviously the full size. This was only about $4 and I absolutely am in love with this thing. It's phenomenal if you have oily skin with large pores. It is a black sugar crumbly kind of mask that you're supposed to just smear all over your skin, and then you're supposed to let it not dry, because it actually isn't a dried on mask, but let it percolate for about 7 minutes, and then you're supposed to massage it in for up to 2 minutes, and then you can rinse. I usually actually reverse that. I'll massage it in for a while first, then let it sit, and then rinse it off. And I like to use this actually in the shower. So the first thing I'll do when I get in the shower after I wash my face is put this on, then I do the rest of my shower, and then I rinse it off. Sometimes you gotta multitask, you know what I mean? I just think if you need your skin to look smooth and matte and as poreless as possible, this is an excellent option. And look at this tube, it's huge. It's 6 ounces for under $5 at Walmart. This will last you until the cows come home, and I use this almost every day. And I mean, look, I still have almost a full tube of it. English. A full tube of it. The only caveat is if you are very sensitive to fragrance, you might want to pick up the sample packet first, because this has a very strong scent of Earl Grey tea. It's got like lavender in it, maybe some bergamot. It reminds me of Earl Grey tea. If you are super sensitive to fragrance, check out the sample first, but otherwise, highly recommended. Really love it. Now, another scrubby product that I've recently gotten addicted to is this Derma-E Microdermabrasion Scrub. It's this like blinding white container. Can you see it? Look, blinding white. Derma-E Microdermabrasion. Now, I got this. This is actually the sample size, believe it or not. It's a ½ ounce in my Birchbox at the beginning of September. I've been using it religiously. I will be purchasing the full size. Basically, this is one of those fabulous, really finely gritted scrubs that is super effective without irritating your skin. So the particles in this are a lot bigger than the particles in this, which is kind of why I like them both. This is good for like getting away dryness, flakes of skin, dull patches, stuff like that, where this, the particles are small enough that they really seem to get down into the pores to get out the oil and old makeup and dead skin cells and all that gross stuff that can really clog your pores like immediately. So I can't recommend this one highly enough either. It smells to me like lemongrass, although I don't see lemongrass listed on the ingredients, but it has a lot of citrus in it. Now, you can't see the product here, not only because it's white, but because this is almost empty. I really need to order the full size, and the full size is only, it's like 20 or 25 bucks, something like that. Not bad at all, and you only need a little weeny bit. And this says, apply to wet skin, gently scrub desired areas in a circular motion for up to 1 minute. Well, I usually do about 2 minutes because I really need that. I have this weird texture. Like, do you ever get that under your bottom lip? Like that, like right there? So I will just polish and polish and polish until that feels smooth. And this is the only product that has ever been able to really do that for me. So it makes a huge difference in how the rest of my skincare applies and absorbs, and how my makeup sits on my face, because when you have texture on your skin, you're going to have texture in your makeup. It's not a cute look at all. So I just think that this is the bee's knees. Okay, moving on. L'Oreal, this is the Magic Anti-Redness Primer. It's obviously the green one. Now, I find that I do have a little bit of redness naturally to my face. I don't have rosacea. It's not like, you know, a birthmark or a like technical skin condition, but I do get redness on my cheeks and around my nose. So I've been on a hunt for a good color corrector. Now, if you remember a while ago when I reviewed the Maybelline Master Prime, the trio of primers, this is the anti-redness one. This does a great job of blurring your skin and prepping it for makeup, but it's not really very green at all. Like, look at this. Look how pale this is. You probably can't even, it probably doesn't even look green to you, because doesn't really look green to me. I mean, it's like super pale, almost white. It's like lying about being green. Let's compare. Here, we'll put that there so you see it basically looks white. Now here's L'Oreal, right? Bam! Look, that is green. And it just neutralizes all of that redness so that when you put your foundation and your concealer on, it just helps those products give you an even skin tone. Now, unfortunately, this does not have SPF in it. So what I've been doing is I've been mixing it with, where's my, there you are. I've been mixing it with my Maybelline Master Prime in the SPF flavor, which also is the illuminating flavor of it. It's got that slight shimmery pearlescent quality to it. And it does a great job. You get both benefits. You get the SPF, you get the illumination, and you also get none of the redness. If I already have a sunscreen on, like from another brand, or if I'm just doing my makeup, you know, at night and I'm not going to be in the sun at all, I could also mix it with the just blurring and perfecting flavor of that, or another primer. So this is a drugstore product. It's under $10. If you have redness, try it out. I like it a lot, and one pump will do your whole face. At least it does my whole face. Quick update, brows. So the Maybelline Define and Fill the Brow Duo, right? It has the pencil on the one side, and then you have the little Spongerino here on the other side. I love this thing. Now, a couple videos ago, I posted that the smell was kind of funky on the pencil end. And then I used it up, and I recently got another one, and it still smells kind of weird. I hate to say this, but it smells a little bit like fish. I have no idea why. Not cute at all. However, once it's on your face, you will not be able to smell it. It's probably not as bad as I'm making it out to be. I'm just hyperbolizing here. But I actually had my husband smell my brows. I was like, Andrew, come here, smell my brows. He was like, excuse me? I said, just smell my brows. Do they smell bad? And he was like, no, I don't smell anything. So just maybe don't stick it up your nose and you'll be fine. Next, the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette for eyes. Absolutely, sorry, there's a J.J. Abrams lens flare going on again. Absolutely the best neutral palette on the market for eyes, in my opinion. And I also use Lazarus, which is this middle shade. Use it for contouring. Love it. This is a $46 palette, but look how much product you're getting too. I mean, look, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. This will take you years to hit pan on this thing. So I love it. I've already done a video about it. We're moving on. Next, back to the drugstore. Wet n Wild Color Icon Blushes. Wet n Wild really is like the hidden gem of the drugstore. If you are just getting into makeup or you don't really feel like you know what's what, don't run to the department store. Check out Wet n Wild first. They're not only one of the most affordable drugstore brands, but they're one of the best. And they have some hits and misses, of course, but I really like their blushes a lot. This shade is called Mellow Wine, and it's this beautiful kind of a brickish mauve color, and it's highly pigmented, so I like to use a dual fiber brush which does not pick up a ton of pigment, and just swirl it over the apples of my cheeks. The color stays all day. It doesn't sink into my pores. It behaves itself very well on my face, and this was about $1.50. Can't beat that. Lipsticks. I'm all about Maybelline this month. These are the Maybelline Color Sensational, the mattes. I own a bunch of them. I am wearing right now Natural Nude, which is this. I wore this to church this morning. Actually, no, wait, I'm lying. I wore Clay Crush to church this morning, which is this one. There you go. They're similar. They're super similar. And it lasted all day. You know, because we have an hour drive to church. I think I've said this before. We have an hour drive. So it looked great in the car. It looked great like when I went to the bathroom in the middle. Then afterwards, you know, we were hanging out chatting to people, and then we drove home. And when I got home, I looked in the mirror again. My lipstick still looked great, which is pretty impressive for a product that is not a liquid to dry liquid lipstick. $5. Love them. Huge color range. Highly, highly, highly recommended. Okay, so for fall, I'm loving a couple different eyeshadow palettes besides the Kat Von D. Ultim is fabulous. Does this not scream fall? I just think this is the most gorgeous. I mean, just look at these colors, right? If you are the kind of person, and by the way, it does come with a brush. It's just that my brush is in my brush bin over there because I use it a lot. It's a good brush. if you are the kind of person who you want to use an eyeshadow palette and you want to be able to just use that palette to do a bunch of looks, you don't want to be pulling out different individual shades or different palettes, this is an awesome option for you because you can just create a plethora of looks from, you know, daytime neutrals to dramatic and everything in between. Gorgeous warm shades for fall or winter. Love it. Same thing with the Carly Bible. I've already done a video on it, so I'm just mentioning it that I'm still in love with it. It's eyeshadows and highlighters. Pale girls and boys. This thing right here is an amazing highlighter. I can't get over it. I can't get over it. It's so shimmery and just, it's so pearlescent. You can't even really see on the camera. Just, it's almost like a duochrome color, but oh, I love it. And these all blend like a dream. They stay true to color throughout the day. And this is $14.50 from bhcosmetics.com. If your Ulta doesn't have it, you can order it right from BH. I think you can also order it from Ulta. Awesome, awesome general purpose palette. Kind of the same color family as this. Lots of warm tones, some metallics. So for fall, perfect. Next, L'Oreal Hydra Perfect Loose Setting Powder, and this is the translucent shade. I bought this a couple of months ago when I was kind of in my like loose powder buying phase where I wanted to try them all. And in the summertime, when it was like July and it was hot and gross and it was like a sauna outside, I felt like I wasn't in love with it because this does contain some mineral oil, and with my skin type, I was like, whoa, no, like this will be good for winter. Well, it's not winter yet, but it's fall, and I am really using this every day now because what it does is it adds a bit of moisture back into your skin without making you greasy, and it does not make me break out, and a lot of products do tend to make me break out. So if I'm saying it doesn't break me out, that does mean something. And it doesn't make me feel like all of the moisture has gotten sucked out of my face, which I appreciate. So what I do is I use my, where are you? Laura, where are you? I'm dropping things, looking for you. Look what you made me do, Laura. This is my, you know, Holy Grail Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under the eyes. And I usually will use it on my T-zone also because I use a highlighting concealer in those areas. So I still use that for those areas, but this goes on the rest of my face and it blurs imperfections. It just gives me that setting power without getting cakey, and it does not feel oily. Now, after about 6 hours or so, I usually will blot with a tissue, but it's not an emergency situation. It's not like, oh, if I don't have a tissue or some blotting paper, I'm gonna look like, you know, I'm gonna look horrible. It's not like that at all. It's just that because there is a little bit of oil in this, you can expect that. But because it's getting cooler outside and it's getting much drier, that's not as much of an option. So for fall, I'm loving it, and I think for winter also, I'll probably be sticking with that one. Now, the surprise product of this video is my, let's see if I can get it the right way this time, my Ulta Plush Drama Volumizing Mascara. I got this for free, the best price. I got this for free with my little gift with purchase dealy whacker that Ulta gave me back in August. And at the time, I reviewed it kind of just saying I've used it once or twice. I like it. It's great. It's nothing to write home about, but it's good. Well, guess what? I've been using this almost every day now, and I like it a lot. It doesn't clump on me. It does volumize even in a single coat, but the lashes stay soft. So if you want to go super dramatic and apply 2 or 3 coats, you can without getting like the tarantula lashes, you know, that are like, ugh, I don't think anyone would want to look like that. If you do, that's cool. You do you, boo, but I do not want to look like I have spiders on my eyes. Spiders have altogether too many legs. Have you ever noticed that? Can we just have some real talk about spiders for a second? I hate spiders. To the point where a couple of years ago, my husband was looking at a job in Texas, and I was like, I'm not moving to Texas. They have tarantulas in Texas. And he was like, no, not this. This is not in their zone. This is too far. I forget. It was like too far north or something. And so I Googled it, and they had a tarantula reserve, like a preserve, like a ranch, a tarantula. I was like, no, veto that. No. L'Oreal Infallible Eyeshadow Singles. I now own almost every one that is available. These are a drugstore item. They're $8 or $9. They are phenomenally pigmented. This is Iced Latte. Now, this is probably the most popular shade, so you may have a little bit of trouble finding it. I had to kind of stake out my drugstore until they restocked because the only one they had obviously been opened and I didn't want to go there. Anyway, in the pan or the pot, it looks just like a beige, but what this is really a pearlescent champagne color. Can you see how crazy shiny metallic that is? Let's see if you can see that again. Just with the, there you are, there it is. I have to turn my hand the right way just because of my super palitude, but can you see? Look at the glimmer. This is an amazing highlighter to use it like here in your highlight area as well. If you do not have it in your budget to get like the Becca highlighters or whatever, $9 and a little bit goes a long way. I'm wearing it actually on the inner corners of my eyes right now, and I have another shade. I have Golden Emerald is the green that's kind of in the middle of the lid. I love these. They're fantastic. They have a little bit of a learning curve though, because you have to apply them with your fingers. That's how you get the best color payoff, but then you just buff it out with a brush. It's not that bad. You just have to play around with it a little bit. That's all. Okay. Last item for tonight. Becca highlighters. If you know anything about makeup, you already know about these. This is not a news flash or a revelation for most people, but in case you're unaware, these are phenomenal highlighters. They're available at Sephora. This is the shade Pearl, and yes, it really is this white. I am wearing it right now. There. Right? And I even have it under my eyes. Just I kind of took like the residue that was on the brush and I just dusted it under my eyes. I could do a whole video about this. I almost did a whole video about this, but I was like, well, I only own one shade right now, but that's going to change. Oh, that's going to change. The reason these are so amazing is because they give you that luminance, which is super noticeable. You know, it's not like, oh, it kind of is almost invisible. No, I mean, this is like definitely noticeable, but there's no glitter and there's none of that cheap like 1984 frosted eyeshadowiness going on either. So it just melts into your skin and it's like you've got a light bulb in your face or something like that. A little bit goes a long way. These are $38 each, but they're worth it. And look how big this is too. It's the size of a regular powder compact. So you're going to be getting a lot of product in there. If you prefer cream highlighters, they do also have a cream range and there is a liquid range as well. So you'll find something that suits your skin tone and your formulation preference. But if you are in the market for a highlighter and you have $38 on you, I don't think that you will regret. Go to Sephora, play around with them, find a shade you like. There's a bunch available and they're amazing. Anyway, guys, I think that's all I have to yammer about right now. This was just a quick and dirty, you know, products that I've been using every day and loving and that have been helping me look the best that I can right now. So thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. I really appreciate those of you that have taken the time to just leave a comment or a thumbs up. That's so nice of you. Thank you very much. I do read everything. If you are not already aboard the Chuckle Bus and you would like to be, please hit the subscribe button. It's down there. I'll put it up here as well. And I will look forward to seeing you guys real soon in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.